I think the only way to start this is by saying this. Define terrible, terrible decision-making. I think Oxford United Football Club have done a brilliant job of that this morning by sacking Des Buckingham. It is bonkers. It is uncomprehendable. They've done something ridiculous, ludicrous. They've done the unthinkable. And the word that comes to mind straight away, the shock factor was obviously there because there was not a murmur. There was not a murmur from the fan base, from people on social media, people that sometimes you look and go, I don't quite think you are, I don't think you're realistic. I don't think you quite understand what we are and who we are at this level. Even those people, there was not a peep out of anybody suggesting that Des Buckingham's job should be on the line based on the last couple of weeks, because we are very, very understanding of who we are in the Championship. We haven't been here for 25 years. We've come close to the previous head coaches. It's gone wrong. We brought in a manager who just got it. He got it. He got what it was about. He understood what it meant to not just be a football manager at Oxford United, but be a man that has lived and breathed the city. It's cliche. Sometimes you go, yeah, he gets it. He understands what we're all about. No, he does, because he was born here. He was born here, and he was also a ridiculously good, talented, and still is, and still will be, a ridiculously talented head coach. And we have just decided that based on the last couple of weeks, based on a few bad performances, remember, we're Oxford in the Championship, that trigger-happy Oxford United decision-makers have gone, yeah, that's the right thing to do. And it was absolutely the wrong thing to do. I've never seen a sacking go down as bad as that within a fan base, but also people that aren't Oxford fans reading that, and they are stunned too. Because they know that Oxford fans didn't want that. They know that Oxford United in the Championship, not currently in the bottom three, meant to be a forward-thinking football club. Meant to be a football club that understands that the reactionary decisions are very, very rarely the right ones. And we've done that. Or actually, I'll rephrase that. They've done that. We haven't done that. Because I don't associate with that. I don't associate with that type of decision. And that's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing. It's not we. Not one Oxford United fan that understood the context behind where we are and the level that we're currently playing our football in thought that this was the right thing to do. I mean, there's not an ounce of sense in it. There's an ounce of sense in it. It doesn't just affect this season. You can write this one off. You can write this one right off. If we stay up, it's an absolute miracle. If we win a game between now and January, February, with all of the instability, it's a miracle. If we get relegated and bounce back, that's a miracle too. Because what we've done is we've not just shot ourselves in the foot now, we've shot ourselves in the future. Because who is going to take on a football club that have made this type of call in that type of manner? Not one clever guy is going to think that this is the right thing to do, because they've looked at that and gone, okay, right. Do they know their own expectations? I don't think they do. Because best believe Des Buckingham's going to get one hell of a job. He's going to get one hell of a job. A Championship club will take Des Buckingham. And absolutely fair play to him. Absolutely fair play to him, because he's that talented. I've said a lot for a long, long time, that Des Buckingham will manage in the Premier League. And what we've done is we have just gone, see you later to that. See you later to that. Because we want results now. We want to change something now. We want to look like we're doing something now. Don't bother. Don't bother. Forget the support of the fans from the hierarchy. Respect, first and foremost. They've lost that. They've lost every ounce of respect for this. I mean, and the statement too. I mean, that is pathetic. I mean, it's a pathetic statement for somebody who's done that for our football club. 25 years away from the Championship. He's walked in mid-season, difficult circumstances. He's guided our way through a very, very tricky time. when Liam Manning left us. He's got us promoted. Let alone finish in the top 6. He's got us promoted. Playoff final win was one of the most comfortable playoff final wins that you would have seen ever. The performance there was incredible. The way that we set up was fantastic. The way we've set up before that, after that, first couple of games of the season, large chunks of the season up until the last couple of weeks, it was just... They've thrown that away, and they've thrown it all away. They have worked so hard to back him, to understand that this is a long-term project, that we were predicted to finish bottom by absolutely everybody, and the only way we're going to do it is by backing a group of players and an extremely talented head coach. And what they've done is they've said, yeah, do that. We're just going to take that extremely head coach away and hope that you still understand our decision. Or they're hoping that some go, actually, yeah, we are 1 win in 15. Maybe it was the right thing to do. Or that second half was bad, so maybe they've got a point. No, that's not happening. I mean, that's not happening, and it shouldn't happen, because everybody's entitled to their opinion, but that opinion's wrong. I'm sorry, but it is. That's not an option. Some will say that something happened in the dressing room, something happened upstairs after the game in the boardroom. Fine, but Des Buckingham's the type of manager that you say, I don't care about that. We're going to make you happy, and we are going to do anything in our powers to make sure that you are happy and willing to stay and keep doing the job that you're doing, because you're doing a phenomenal job, even if the results and the performances aren't right now. And they've obviously either sacked him because of the results and performances, in which case that is a joke, or something's happened behind closed doors and there was only one way out, and that was to relieve him of his duties. And that shouldn't have even been considered anyway, because you do 100 to 1,000 things before you think about that. So what now? Thank you, Des Buckingham. That has to be the message. That has to be the message that comes from this. We can talk about how bad this is and what the culture that's built and that's now been burnt and thrown away. Talk about what this football club stands for on and off the pitch. They've thrown that all away, but we can talk about that until the cows come home. The bottom line is that we have to thank the man that's got us to this position, and we have to wish him every ounce of luck in the future. There won't be many managers that leave a football club with such high regard, and with so much love and affection. And Des has done that. And so he should. So he absolutely should. What have we done? What have we done? I just... The statement's pathetic. It's grim. It's awful. I mean, I've written better things hungover. It's just awful. I don't even want to read it. I was going to read it and rip that apart, but there's no point. I mean, everybody can access it. It's sloppy. It's just, it's like he's been here a couple of weeks or a couple of months. We've had a couple of bad results. It's time to move on. Thanks. Wish you the best in the future. I mean, this is somebody who has done some magnificent things, and things that this football club has never been able to witness for such a long time, and they just sacked him. I can't, it's not a results thing, it's not a performances thing, it's an argument thing. Des Buckingham wins that argument forever. Disagreement, he wins that forever. Somebody in the club wanted to go in a different direction. See you later, mate. You can go. We'll keep Des Buckingham. Some players maybe not happy. Why? Why? See you later then. We'll keep Des Buckingham. That's the message. Awful. Terrible decision. And I don't associate with it. I don't associate with people that think that's the right thing to do. And so does every single Oxford United fan right now. Not even the 1% minority that say silly things like I said on social media after a game in a reactionary state. They've even considered that. There's 100 options. That is not on one of them. That is not on one list. That is not one option. Just when you thought it was going to be a quiet day, they go and do the unthinkable. They do the unthinkable and just throw away the hard work. The hard work that those people that probably made that decision have been a part of. They've thrown that away too. All of that work, all of that hard work to get us to where we are right now, not in the bottom three, still competing, being competitive in the current relegation dogfight on the bottom end of the Championship, not League One, the Championship, not League Two, the Championship. And they've just, that's it for them. That's it. They, like I said, you can forget support. It's respect. They've thrown that away. There's